What is going on today, guys? Welcome back to another episode of GJ Home Tales with Thomas Craig. I am Thomas Craig. This channel is for everything Mesa County. If you're looking to move to the area, if you want to know what there is to do around here, just follow along. I'd love for you to smash that subscribe button and follow me along all of my adventures here in Mesa County. And I am a local realtor here in Colorado, so I'd love to earn your business. So let's get into today's video. We are looking at cost of living here in Mesa County. Let's get into it. All right, so first off, I'm going to start off with just a general knowledge of population. In Mesa County, we have 158,000 people here as of the census of 2023, and that's where a lot of my information is going to come from in this video today. So we did see a huge influx as of COVID, and 2020 we saw a huge influx of population because people were able to work remotely and they wanted to move to the mountainous areas and enjoy all that Colorado and Mesa County has to offer. So we did see a little bit of an influx in there, and also new homes being built along with that. So as of 2023, 158,000 people. So now let's get into average income within Mesa County. So average income in Mesa County is about 68,000. Statewide, so Colorado statewide, we sit about 74,000. And nationwide, compare that to nationwide, nationwide is about 59,000. So little higher income, average income statewide and for Mesa County than nationwide. All right, let's get into state income tax versus the U.S. average. We are about the same. So U.S. average income tax as of 2023 was 4.6. In the state of Colorado, state income tax is 4.4. So pretty much the same. No real big difference there. Let's get into the rents. So average rent in Mesa County right now is $1,061 for a studio. That's one bedroom, one bath. If you take that into consideration, you get about $300 to $400 per bedroom after that. So median rent in Mesa County right now is about $2,100 if you look at a 3-bedroom, 2-bath home. So $2,100 to rent a home here in Mesa County in median, and nationwide it's about $1,700. So average rent in the U.S. is about $1,700. So we do sit a little bit higher in Mesa County than nationwide. All right, so if you're not looking to rent and you would love to purchase property here in Mesa County, median purchase price as of today is $550,000. As of 2023, nationwide, median purchase price was $417 nationwide. So we do have a little bit higher median purchase price here in Colorado, but that takes the whole state into consideration. So you get Denver, Boulder, Aspen, Telluride, all those higher markets that are also included in that. But in Mesa County, it is a little higher than nationwide as well. So property tax in Mesa County, as of 2023, we were at 6.7%. New bills come out, new things happen, could go up or down. I don't know where we sit as of today, but as of 2023, the census, we are at 6.7% for property tax. All right, so now let's get into the nitty-gritty of Mesa County. So the nooks and crannies of things that do and don't cost you money. So HOAs, here in Mesa County, we do have some, we have quite a few HOAs, but not a lot of them charge high dollar amounts. The biggest HOA expense here in Mesa County is for maintenance of irrigation. And I'll get into irrigation here in just a minute. But on average, you're sitting about $100 to $200 a year in Mesa County for your HOA. So that's really cheap compared to the nation average. And if you are in a non-HOA, then you pay for your irrigation yourself. So back to irrigation. Irrigation water is provided by the irrigation districts here in Mesa County. So irrigation districts, there are 7 major irrigation districts here in Mesa County. They all center out of DeBeck Canyon. There's a big dam there. If you've ever driven through DeBeck Canyon, you know what I'm talking about. And so that's the start of the irrigation districts. And then there's a series of canals and tunnels that they built back in the 1900s to divert the water through the county so that they can farm, essentially. So there are 7 irrigation districts. Like I said, a lot of those HOAs pay for the just maintenance fees of the piping to provide the irrigation water to your HOA. So some HOAs do have it, some don't. And if you have more questions on irrigation, or if where you're looking has an HOA that has irrigation or not, feel free to give me a call. I'd love to explain more to you about that. But essentially, in a nutshell, it's river water that we pull that Mesa County has rights on, and all these irrigation districts own, and they pull from the river and disperse it out to homeowners for your grass or your flowers and all the farming that happens here in Mesa County. And then there's a series of tail ditches that go take all the excess water that is unused and puts it back into the river to take down to California, essentially. So it's a big deal here in Mesa County. Irrigation water is a massive deal, and I'd love to teach you more about it if you have further questions on that. Now let's get into homeowners insurance. So homeowners insurance here in Colorado, here in Mesa County, is a little bit cheaper than the nationwide average. We don't have a lot of floods here. We do have flood plains around the rivers, so that's, if you're looking around to be on the river somewhere, you may want to watch out for flood plains, and I can help you out with that as well. And but on average, homeowners insurance is about $2,150 per year, and compare that to the national average of $2,400 a year. We do sit a little bit cheaper on homeowners insurance, mostly because we're surrounded by mountains, and we don't have a lot of the major weather events. We don't typically have tornadoes, floods, major storms. We just get snow and some rain, and every once in a while we'll get some heavy wind, but it's really not that bad, and that affects our homeowners insurance as well. So, all right, so let's get into car insurance. Average full cover car insurance in Mesa County is about $3,200 a year. That is a little bit higher than nationwide is $2,545 a year. The only thing I can think of for that is we deal with winter driving, we deal with mountainous driving, so there's just more risks involved in that style of driving here in Mesa County. If you need help with your insurance broker, I have information for that as well. You can shop around and see who can get you the best rate, but that's the averages for Mesa County. All right, let's get into utilities. So biggest utility providers here in Mesa County is Xcel Energy and Grand Valley Power. They provide gas and electric, and then we have different water districts for your drinking water. Biggest one is Ute Water that provides a lot of us with our drinking water here. So drinking water is different than irrigation water, so keep those two separate in your mind. Irrigation water is used for farming, outdoor growing. Drinking water is for everything else. So those are the major providers here in Mesa County. On average, 3-bedroom, 2-bath, you're looking at about $200 a month, depending on how hot or how cool it gets in the peaks of those seasons. $200 to $300 a month for gas and electric, and then there's also a big variation. We have swamp coolers here. So swamp coolers are evaporative coolers. Basically some pads that sit in a vat of water that gets recycled, and it runs cool water over that, and then the air gets drawn through that into your home. So Swamp coolers are more energy efficient. They don't cool as well though, and they add a lot of humidity in your home. So those are very common here in Mesa County. We are just now kind of adapting on the new builds into air conditioning units, which are, if you know, you know, it's a condenser system that blows just cold air into your home. So with a swamp cooler, you need to leave windows open so that air being pushed in from the swamp cooler can be moved around throughout the house, and that's how it stays cool. With an AC unit, you leave everything shut and it recycles itself. So big difference in utilities depending on what cooling system you have. And then we also have baseboard heat, so that could be hot water or electric, or forced air, natural gas. So you know, we have a slew of all of those here in Mesa County. So depending on what your home comes with, depends on how expensive your utilities will be. All right, internet. So internet can be, we have 2 or 3 major providers here in Mesa County. Spectrum is one, and we have CenturyLink is another one. We are getting, if you're outside, so if you're in like Colburn, Mesa, Whitewater, that are outside the service areas of those, you can do a satellite system. I think Verizon has a couple out here, especially up on the Mesa, but those are the major providers. They are putting fiber in Palisade, so the speeds should go up here shortly. We have a lot of construction going on to upgrade all of our systems to fiber right now. So that's a good thing. We're catching up with the rest of the world and putting fiber in the county as well. So that's really good. All right, so groceries. There's really no big difference in grocery providers here than nationwide. So we do have City Market, or Kroger, as some of you may know it as. And then we have Safeways, and we have Walmarts here locally, and then we are getting a Costco here in town shortly. I think it just got approved as of 2024, so we are going to get a Costco, and then we also have a Sam's Club here in town as well. So no big distribution issues with those. We stayed right along the nationwide averages on prices. The biggest thing that we run into is during the winter, if we have a snowstorm, especially over Eisenhower or Vail Pass. All of our stuff comes from Denver, so all the distribution is in Denver, so we may run into a little bit of a distribution issue in the winter just based on road conditions, especially through Glenwood Canyon. These past couple years, there's been some big landslides that have come through and caused some major distribution issues here in the valley. But other than that, price-wise, we really don't have any issues with major influxes in groceries or gas or anything like that. So right now, a gallon of gas is about $3.95 a gallon for just regular unleaded. So we sit right in the national average on that as well. So restaurants, we have seen a massive influx in restaurants here in the valley, which is great for to match the population that I talked about earlier. So we're getting a Panda Express. We now have a Five Guys. We have a lot more local great providers for restaurants, especially downtown Grand Junction. There's a really good one in Palisade. It's called Pesh. So just the biggest thing I can recommend for restaurants is get on Grand Junction Food Lovers on Facebook, and you can really see where people go. There's some really neat big thing here is food trucks. So we have a ton of food trucks. We have Food Truck Fridays that go on, and we have a bunch of really good entrepreneurial food trucks that are here. You guys have seen me work for Armando's Tacos, and he's a great guy, and there's just a bunch of us that enjoy those types of cuisines, and then along with sit-down restaurants here in town. Big ones are, we have Chili's, Red Robin, Applebee's, we have Five Guys, we have an Olive Garden, we have a Buffalo Wild Wings, a Culver's now, we just got a Culver's. We have some good Chinese restaurants, and then along with all of your fast food chains though. We just got a Popeyes in Clifton not too long ago, so that's a new one. And then we have Chipotle's, Qdoba's, a lot of those big chains. The ones we don't have that I know are real popular, we don't have a Raising Cane's. We don't have a lot of like fried chicken. We just have KFC's and Popeyes. So we don't have any of the popular. We do have one Chick-fil-A, and that sucker is busy, man. People love their Chick-fil-A. And so we do have one Chick-fil-A here in town. And we don't have like a Whataburger. We don't have an In-N-Out, so we don't have some of the other bigger chains here in town. So, but Panda Express is coming soon, so we'll check that out. All right, so activities. What is there to do in Western Colorado? Western Colorado is an outdoor activities mecca. There's side-by-sides, there's thousands of miles of trails for side-by-sides, four-wheelers, dirt bikes. In the winter, you guys see that I go snowmobiling up on the mesa. There's tons of hiking and biking. Palisade Plunge is out here. Huge spot for outdoor activities. We do have a couple gymnastics things for the kids, and there's the biggest thing I can say on that is just get on Facebook and see what kind of groups are out there for activities for the kids. We have bump and jump rentals if you guys need to party or like to party or rent.
I like to party.
And some of those, we have a couple places in town. There's Bananas, which is like arcade, go-karts, and there's a little bit of a nightlife too, downtown Grand Junction or Palisade. A lot of good breweries, distilleries, I call them drinkeries, places to go hang out and drink and have a good time. We also have a wakeboarding park out towards Loma that is in a pond, and it's a cable pulley system, and you can do big jumps and you can learn how to wakeboard out there without a boat. So that's been within the past couple of years. It's a great thing to do with you and the family if you want to go learn how to wakeboard. So that's pretty cool too. Colorado National Monument is around here. There's dinosaur museums, lots of outdoor stuff. This is why I love out here, is because everything is kind of outdoors for activities to do. All right, and last but not least, job growth. So we don't have a lot of manufacturing here. We have a little, but most of the jobs are healthcare. We have a lot of healthcare. We have St. Mary's and community hospitals here. And so that requires a huge influx in people just to maintain those jobs there. So big percentage of the population works for the hospitals and nursing homes and surrounding medical professions. And construction is another big one because we are building a lot around here. And then we have a lot of entrepreneurial spaces. So we have like office shares, food and restaurants, service providers. I don't know of a lot of things coming exactly. I do sit on the board of directors for Grand Junction Area Realtors Association. I don't know of anything really big coming that will promote job growth here in Mesa County that would bring an influx of people to do those jobs. Also, one last thing that I forgot to tell you about is we just got approved for a new rec center here in Grand Junction. So Fruta has a rec center for gyms and a pool and things like that, but that was the only rec center that we really had in the county. Grand Junction just approved one to go on Patterson, right behind Faith Heights Church. I'll post a picture of it here. And it'll go in this area, and it just got approved, so it's going to be a few years before it's finished, but Great news in that we just got approved for an awesome new rec center and surrounding fields for other sports like soccer and football as well. I hope that helps. Cost of living here in Mesa County. Hope that's good information. And like I said, I am a local realtor here in Colorado, and if you have any further questions on any of this information, please feel free to reach out right here. And I would love to help you with anything that you have questions on as far as moving to Mesa County or any of the information that I covered here below. So thanks again for watching. If you've made it this far, I'd love it if you smash that subscribe button, and we'll see you next time.